Go ahead, man. How you doing? Switch something here real quick. Switch them. Excuse me. That water is yours. Actually, I think he took a swig of that water. So this water is yours.
Thank you.
I would not drink that Powerade. Cameras ready? All right, we'll go ahead and start. Introducing everyone to Justice Haynes. Questions for Justice? Rod?
Justice, I wonder if you could run us through the whole process of how you ended up here and how fast did all of it come together?
I ended up here, it was a tough process. It just was one that I made with my family. I felt like God was calling me in a different direction. So I got in the portal. And then when I got in the portal, I had to make a decision whether I was going to go to the league or if I was going to stay in college. And then got in contact with Coach Tech, Coach Smith, Coach Key. I knew what this program was about. And, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm happy to be here, thankful to be back home, thankful to be at this university, and just have an opportunity to go out there and compete again.
Thank you.
Keller?
What is it that appeals to you about the offense and what they're doing at Georgia Tech that made it such a good fit for you?
Just Coach G coming in. I knew he was going to bring a pro-style offense. Him being in the league for so long and the pedigree that he has, and I know what Coach Key's about, just being an O-line guy. I know he's going to want to run the ball, but I know he's going to want to be explosive in everything he does. I know the O-line's always going to be straight, but I know he's going to push everyone on and off the field. But Coach G, I knew that the offense was going to be dynamic. It was going to be a league offense that we were going to be able to do multiple things. We were going to showcase a lot of things, and that appealed to me.
Najeh?
I know you said it felt really good just to be back home. Obviously, you started here going lesson training and transferring to Buford and playing really well there. Just how exciting is it to see Saturdays? Your family's going to be there and being able to put on a show for them?
Very exciting, It's a true blessing. It's crazy, just full circle. I'm back home, playing in Georgia, playing in my home state, playing in front of all the people I've been playing in front of since I've been yee-high, 5 years old. So it's a true blessing. I'm very thankful for the opportunity and thankful to be here. Thankful to Coach Key. Thankful to this program for, giving me this opportunity to go out there and compete. So.
No, it's early, but kind of talk about the running back room right now, competition. How you feeling?
Running back room very strong. I think we have a chance to be very special as a room. Got a lot of things to improve on, but our room is very special, very talented, and we have a really good room, from the oldest guy to the youngest guy, from our coach and Coach Smith, the way he pushes us each and every day. It's a close-knit room. We compete in everything we do, and that's what I love about that room. We have a standard in that room, and we're here each and every day to uphold that standard and to bring that standard to fruition. So, our standard is, we got to be the best room in the country, period, point blank. You look around the country, you see Georgia Tech running backs is the best player, best room in the country.
Charles?
Just want to kind of follow up. So your dad didn't have any issues with you coming down here, man?
Nah, he didn't. My dad, just wants to see what's best for me. He's always supportive. That's one thing I love about my family. They support me through and through. They're gonna ride with me, and no matter what. And it was one of those decisions that we trust the wisdom that God instills in us, and just run with it from there.
Obviously, last year you were really rolling, and then that injury setback. Just how much is that kind of added to the hunger this year for what you're doing, your training, and getting ready for the season?
Yeah, at the time of the injury, it was just unfortunate. It's crazy, I look back at it now, and you always try to figure out how you can turn it into a blessing, and it was a blessing. It made me really, when you're away from the game that you love, really cherish the game that you have, and just brought a different hunger about me. And I just can't wait to go back out there and compete on Saturdays. But even just competing, we just got out of practice. I'm back. It feels good to be back. So just taking each day by day. Foot feels great. Everything feels great. So just ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Even though you're a transfer, you're not the only one that's learning the new offense, because everyone on the offensive side has to learn that new offense. What has that been like, and picking up the terminology and all that kind of stuff?
Just a daily grind. Just like you have to learn anything. You just got to put in the time. You put in the time, it'll come to you. So, each and every day we're up there studying. We're up there figuring out, what we need to learn, how we need to get better, and what the offense is wherever we're installing. Go do that to the best of our abilities each and every day and grow each and every day and win that day. So, yeah.
Najeh, if you want to wrap us up with us.
Obviously, Justice, you have multiple facets to your game, very versatile. But I do want to ask about one part of your game, the explosiveness. I know, obviously, the offensive line can't do it without them, but you've had so many explosive runs past 10 yards. What allows you just to do that at such an elite level?
I think you hit it on the head. It starts with the O-line. Can't do anything without the O-line. Also starts with the play callers calling great plays, But as far as explosiveness, I pride myself on that, just trying to be an explosive back. It starts with the discipline on your reads, whatever you have going on in that play, whatever kind of run it is. You got to read it right. But explosive plays also happen from receivers and tight ends blocking down the field. So you got to always give kudos to them for that. And you just got to, as far as explosiveness in a whole, I pride myself on that. So, I try to watch film, watch little things that I can get. Maybe a guy over pursues. I can see something. Maybe a guy likes to sit and chop his feet, Just figure out what I got to do to make someone miss. Just hold my team any way I possibly can.
Justice, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it.